Hey, alrighty. This is the second topic, and I made 2 videos about this. That was 20 minutes. 20 minutes of me talking that was not recorded. So, I'm going to be making another 2 videos. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, I made a previous video about this exact topic, I believe. Wait, no. I didn't record this topic because up until this point there wasn't anything to check out. Please give a pause and a read. Pause the video, read these comments, help get you up to par. I pointed this out. I do remember this. I don't like Gravedigger, but that doesn't mean that I can't agree with him when he says shit that I agree with. The Sea Dragon is way too passive. It's the most dangerous Leviathan. It's got 2 different projectile attacks. It's got a melee attack, and it's got a 1-hit kill attack. If you're not in a vehicle, and you get bitten, if Riley gets bitten by the Sea Dragon, it's a 1-hit kill. It's dead. You're dead. But I've never died to a Sea Dragon, and not for lack of trying. I've killed them before. They're too passive. They're not aggressive. I agree with that. Read these parts, and then here we go. It's Auldwolf. You should have known. I scrolled up and I made a prediction. I didn't read this guy's post, and I'm like, you know what? Let's play a game. Let's imagine. Let's try to figure out what this guy's going to say. And I speculated he's going to talk about white man smash, Umbabunga, caveman, capitalism, parasitism, dehumanization. I said that he was going to bring out all of his buzzwords and repeat all of his talking points. I was almost 100% correct. So let's go ahead. The reason for this is due to the shift in focus. And he's talking about the perimeter defense system. Subnautica, as I've explained many times, was meant for a very different audience. The developers have said this themselves. They didn't want the original audience for Below Zero. They wanted to attract one that was far more interested in the experience of 4546B. I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure that everyone that played Subnautica was interested in the experience of 4546B. The experience of the planet, and the aliens, and the story. Where's the story? Well, there was the story. You know what? Below Zero is interested in the experience of the people. So the first paragraph, and he's already dumping shit out of his ass, splattering diarrhea on the concrete outside in the middle of the street, broad fucking daylight, dumping ass. They wanted to make it more of a world you lived in for a time. One with the narrative, characters, and environments truly worth exploring, with lots of nooks and crannies, things to see and secrets to find. Exactly, just like Subnautica. Subnautica had all that. The original game was about the big white man, here we go, dominating the depths in his roving castle. Now, I made this comment. You remember this comment? Remember this topic? Yet another sea truck discussion by Whiskey Project. Here we go. Roving castle. He's repeating himself. Big white man, dominating, roving castle. Repeated buzzwords. Murdering eldritch abominations and then leaving on his own terms as a hero with tales to tell back home. It's a very different vibe. Okay, so what's to stop anyone from playing Below Zero as Robin? Doing all those things. Big black woman dominating the depths in her roving sea truck castle. Murdering eldritch abominations and then leaving on her own terms as a hero with tales to tell back home. No doubt Robin's going to go back home and be proud about, Alterra killed my sister. They drove my sister to suicide, but that's okay. I finished what she started. I sure showed Alterra she's going to do the same thing. What's Robin's tales of being a hero? Riley Robinson was a fucking hero. Hey guys, I met a sentient alien creature and I helped hatch her young. I also cured a deadly bacteria that was threatening the universe. Yeah, the guy Riley earned his hero story. And the rest of this comment is going to Auldwolf is going to be insulting Subnautica, but praising Below Zero. And he's not going to be able to notice, but I'm going to point it out. All the things that he insults about Subnautica, they're all in Below Zero. All the things about Below Zero that he praises, they're in Subnautica. It's why the entire design of the world is different. The wide open spaces were meant for the Cyclops to dominate. There he goes, he keeps repeating these words. The twisted, narrow pathways are meant for a curious mind to explore. So you get it? Subnautica has big open spaces. That means you're a dumb, stupid white man. But Below Zero's got all these little nooks and crannies. It takes an intelligent person to explore. Auldwolf, you handicapped, disabled, retarded, dumb fucking moron. The framing, the artistic composition of the biomes in Subnautica is meant to inspire awe and wonder rather than just fight or flight responses. I don't even know what he means by that. Yes, there's a survival element, but it's not the same. It's about living on 4546B, not dominating 4546B. Again, what's he talking about? That's what we did in Subnautica. We lived on the planet. We didn't dominate the planet. The people that tried to dominate the planet, Maida, Bart and Paul, they died. The way that this guy talks about hating white dominant men, what does he think about Maida? That's why you're given tools to deal with creatures in a non-lethal way. It's to encourage players to coexist with the Leviathans rather than try to kill them. It's a shift from controlling your environment to respecting and appreciating it. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure we had the stasis rifle in Subnautica, a tool that let us deal with creatures in a non-lethal way. It allowed players to coexist with Leviathans rather than trying to kill them. What non-lethal tool are we given in Subnautica Below Zero? What are we given? What non-lethal tool do you have to deal with the chelicerates? What non-lethal tool do we have to deal with squid sharks? What non-lethal tool do you personally use to deal with shadow leviathans in your game? We don't have one. You know what? You know how we deal with creatures in Below Zero? We get in our sea truck and we ram them some bitches until they die. Or we get in our prawn suit and we punch them to fucking death. So, I don't know. In Subnautica, I could swim around Leviathans, stasis rifle them, and go about my business. I could appreciate them. You know what? I'll go around feeding Reaper Leviathans peepers on my data. But you can't. You don't have that option in Below Zero. Try and feed a chelicerate. It'll eat you anyway. It doesn't matter. Let's get through this bullshit. Oh man, I really wish I didn't have to remake these videos, because I nailed all this shit on the head the first time through. That's why the perimeter defense module is the way it is, easy to obtain and use. Oh, and by the way, he's praising the perimeter defense module. It's not a non-lethal tool. You zap creatures enough times and it kills them. The perimeter defense was also in Subnautica. We had the same option. Subnautica gave us more non-lethal options. We have less options in Below Zero. The idea is to move away from where you feel you have to just murder them to where you can leave them be and just give them a little shock if they decide to get too close. There's not that much room. All that big open space he talks about in Subnautica, that's to avoid conflict. The tight confines of Below Zero bottlenecks us into situations where we can't avoid the threats. We have to deal with them. So what do? We ram past them in our sea truck while shocking them with an electronic force field. That sounds unga bunga caveman to me. Sounds like the intelligent option would be to use the stasis rifle.